Disney and Pixar are back with another feature film for Disney+. This time we're moving from New York to Italy as we dive into Luca. Directed by Enrico Casarosa, who previously did the short La Luna for Pixar, Luca tells the story of two boys enjoying their summer together in the small town of Portorosso. A fun summer full of laughs, ice cream, and a dream to win the coveted Portorosso Cup and win a Vespa. Oh, and did I forget to mention that there's secretly sea monsters who look human on land? Yeah, so this is no doubt an interesting movie. Of course, what we come to expect from Pixar is strong, thought-provoking allegories about being human that is sure to tug at your heartstrings and make you bawl your eyes out. Heck, that's what the last film did, and it did it so damn well. But if you expect Luca to be the same, I kindly suggest that you take those expectations and promptly chuck them out the window. That isn't Luca's goal. It wants to be something a little simpler. It's a personal tale, inspired by the director's childhood living in a small Italian town. As such, this film carries a sense of sincerity and intimacy, its goal being to simply whisk you away to a humble little world and spend a solid hour and a half with these people who inhabit it. Nothing more, nothing less, and hey, that's okay. Because for what it's worth, Luca is a really charming, entertaining little time killer that takes you back to a simpler time. What carries this film, of course, is the characters, and there's not a single bad one here. Luca, Alberto, and their human friend Julia have a great dynamic, with each of their character types bouncing perfectly off one another to bring some genuinely funny moments that don't cease to put a smile on your face. A lot of this helps too thanks to the fantastic child actors. Nobody sounds inexperienced, stilted, or would otherwise break you from the immersion. This is topped off with also a good supporting cast, with none overstaying their welcome and intruding on the film's focus. Even the antagonist is a character that, well, you hate him, but that's the point. He's one of those classic jerks you just love to hate, which makes you connect to the struggles of Luca and Alberto even more, as he's their main rival in their race for the Vespa. Now onto the story. As I said, it's nothing sophisticated or deep, but some people might have issues with the structure and pacing. Your average film abides by what is known as a 3-act structure, a solid beginning, middle, and end, a tried and true formula. Luca, while it technically still abides by the formula, how it's paced doesn't make it clear where one act ends and another begins. It's just a seamless chain of events that build atop each other as time goes on. You know, like real life. It's not like we have a sign telling us that the climax of our lives is ahead or something. People can find this approach aimless, a bit confusing, and a little too unorthodox that it becomes distracting, and I can totally understand that. For me though, I don't know, I found it pretty refreshing. It's paced like a slice-of-life anime, like Hidamari Sketch or K-On! It's not trying to sell you on any major stakes or drama, even though there's a bit of it in the movie from time to time. It just wants you to spend some time in their world for a bit, like visiting an old friend for a day. You don't see a lot of movies do that these days, especially in our current movie society where grand epics populate the landscape. So while the movie's nothing groundbreaking, nor really award-worthy like Soul, it stands on its own as a testament of Pixar's ability to write characters and incorporate a wonderful sense of atmosphere. Oh, and the animation too, just like the structure, is pretty different for Pixar standards. Disney studios thrive on more lifelike movement and detail, pushing their technology to the limits for how beautiful they can make something look. From the dazzling cityscapes of Soul, or the millions and millions of strands of hair on Rapunzel in Tangled. Meanwhile, they leave the traditional squash and stretch, cartoonish aesthetics to studios like Sony or Warner Brothers. Luca eases up on this rule a bit though. While it still incorporates luscious landscapes, the character designs are much more simple than, say, Soul or Onward. As such, this allows for Pixar to implement techniques found in traditional animation, like the aforementioned squash and stretch, animation smears, changing mouth position based on the angle, and overall slightly nudging out of their comfort zone and making something more abstract. This gives the movie a, once again, refreshing look. That's the best way to describe the film. It's refreshing. A different kind of story with a different kind of goal and a different kind of animation style. And if you're looking for an extra bit of spice in your movie-going life, I suggest giving Luca a try. Even if you don't like it overall, you can't not admit that it was very cute. Cute enough to get a savage! You know what else is refreshing? A nice, cool cup of that subscribe button. How about giving it a nudge yourself if you like this review and want to see more? Heyo, me again. You want to know how to watch Luca for yourself? Well, I got your back. Here's how to visit Portorosso for yourself. Of course, Luca is currently out on Disney Plus, alongside a 15-minute documentary about the director's life and culture and how he implemented that into the film. Not interested in Disney Plus though? Well, not to worry. If Soul was of any indication, wait a couple months, and the film will get a UHD, Blu-ray, and a DVD release down the line. No doubt it'll be packed with even more behind-the-scenes goodness to make the wait worth it. Alright, I'll see you next time.